paper.
It's in the bill and it's not voluntary.
That is not voluntary. So let me just ask you this question in a minute, and I'll have Honorable Mbui respond before we wind up. Any business making, let's move to that turnover tax, that any business making 500,000 to pay a tax of 3%, right from 1%, 2% in terms of increment. Don't you think this will make investors who want to come to invest in the country, or those people who are not making profit at the end of every month, close business, and the ones who wants to come in and open businesses, sort of feel like this environment is not okay for business oriented investors?
I think not necessarily. That's preposterous, actually, to say the least, Brenda, because it is an increase from 1% to 3%, just as a revenue raising measure. I don't think it's a deterrence to any of those, because there are also very serious tax incentives that have been given to foreign investors who are coming to manufacture for export. They have even been given a 10-year moratorium. If you look at, for example, so that we can increase the digital superhighway, there is actually a moratorium for investment so that you recover, that investment allowance, because it's very heavy duty. So there are very many ways in which foreign investors are going to benefit.
But don't you think the government, it's proper for the government to review its laws and proposals to cushion investors?
I think that's what I'm trying
growth?
to say. I think it'd be good that we take time also next time when we have an opportunity to educate Kenyans to actually look at what are the incentives that the government is giving to foreign investors so that they can create more jobs for Kenyans.
All right.
Yeah.
Brenda, on that issue of turnover tax, I think that's even one of, there's nothing good in the bill, but this is really one of the worst. First and foremost, it goes to the heart of the hustler. Because turnover is not profit, Brenda, is not profit. It is the total sales
that you've done.
You
give 3%.
And let me tell you, it is so ridiculous, because now they've targeted the person with a turnover monthly of only 41,666 shillings. That's about 1,300 shillings per day. Now, those people you see hawkers on the streets selling their wares, they will probably sell that much or even more. But the profit will probably be 100 or 200 shillings, or maybe nothing. And those are the people that are being targeted, because Mama Mboga, Boda Boda, Mkokoteni, those are the people at that cadre. Every kiosk in the street corner will probably do a turnover of about that much per month, about 40, 41, 42,000. Those are the people who are being taxed, and they're not being taxed on profit. That's the worst thing. Brenda, if you open a kiosk today, you probably put in your products there and you start selling.
I'll pay 3%.
You pay 3% and you've made nothing. And it takes time for business to start making profit. So you're killing all startups. It's ridiculous. And then look, it's not even now it's not even 100% increase. This is 300% increase.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
All right, I've run out of time, so I'll just give each of you a minute, each gentleman, just to give us your closing remarks. And when you're giving your closing remarks also, Honorable Isaac Mora, young people are so much into content creating.